Wolf Hockenjos thinks skiing and exploring the countryside go hand in hand. He's a forester and former competitive cross-country skier. So he spent most of his life outside, exploring the Black Forest, whatever the weather.
What's attractive about the Black Forest is definitely its diversity. The way cultivated and natural landscapes alternate, alpine and Nordic scenery, farmland and old monasteries. It's a landscape that's especially attractive in winter.
His first tip is a perfect way to see the countryside in the snow. The Thurnerspur cross-country trail is named after a nearby mountain peak. Wolf Hockenjos launched the 15-kilometer circuit in the early 1970s, together with other enthusiastic cross-country skiers. After they convinced the local farmers, they created Germany's first cross-country skiing centre.
One reason I can recommend the Thurnerspur trail is that here we have countryside that's basically unspoilt by roads and housing. You're really moving through the pristine Black Forest. That has the advantage that you don't have to keep on strapping and unstrapping your skis. Instead, you really have 15 kilometers on the Thurnerspur, an unbroken circuit through the most beautiful Black Forest scenery.
His second recommendation takes us further back into the history of his winter sport.
At first, cross-country skiing didn't contribute much to tourism. It was a backwoods sport. Alpine skiing was much more profitable. And here, on this spot, the world's first ski lift was built.
"100 years ago, an innkeeper, Robert Winterhalter, converted a small watermill into a ski tow. At first, all it carried was cargo, but soon locals got the idea of carrying skiers and tobogganers up, and the first ski lift was invented, 280 meters long, with a 32-meter difference in elevation. It was patented in 1908.
The cable on which skiers and sledders were towed up ran over this wheel. The seats of the sleds could even be adjusted to make it comfortable. It seems it was a big hit, even back then.
The Black Forest cuckoo clock was also a big hit. Its success story leads us to his third tip, into the Märgen Monastery Museum. Wolf Hockenjos loves the variety of these clocks, which are traditionally produced in his home region. The collection shows first specimens from the 17th century, the classical Bahnhäusler clocks that look like gatekeepers' houses, models made for export to the Ottoman Empire, and rare curiosities.
This is a magnificent example of a shield clock, which is much more beautiful than the cuckoo clocks we usually see. It shows the Black Forest people weren't just craftsmen, they were also artists, and they were musical. What more could you want?
When he's out on the Black Forest cross-country trails on a beautiful day like this, Wolf Hockenjos can simply forget time and ski another round.